So, of course, the press is bringing it. This also is because there's a little bit of a delay in action and then newspapers coming out. This also catches the press with its pants down, hurling everything they've got at Trump. Let's take a little trip to our friends over at Knucklehead Road, because you've got to hear this one. This is perfect.
Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, ho. Let's go waltzing down to Knucklehead Road.
Knucklehead Row, of course, the op-ed page of the New York Times, and one of the chief knuckleheads there, Nicholas Kristof, writes a piece, Trump wasn't first to separate families, but policy was still evil. Now just pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is in this op-ed? All it is a list of quotes. Trump wasn't first to separate families, but policy was still evil. A list of quotes describing children being taken away from their parents throughout history by slavers, by the people who hold slaves, and by Nazis, and then by Donald Trump. Okay, that's what all it is. Except there's one or two in there that come from someplace else. Okay, so you get the picture, right? Slavers, mean, ugly slavers taking children away from their family, mean, ugly Nazis taking children away from their families, Donald Trump, you're figuring this out, right? You're getting the picture. For Donald Trump, mean, angry Donald Trump taking children away from their families. And then there's one in here, the description is, all I can remember is how much my son and I were both crying as they took him away. It has been about 6 months since I last saw my son. And that is a detainee in an ACLU lawsuit filed in April describing the seizure of his 13-year-old son in October, okay? A detainee so let's take a look at this ACLU lawsuit, okay? Documents obtained by the American Civil Liberties Union, this is the ACLU saying this, featured in a new report released today show the pervasive abuse and neglect of unaccompanied immigrant children detained by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. The report was produced in conjunction with the International Human Rights Clinic at the University of Chicago Law School. Okay, this is where the quote comes from. These documents provide a glimpse into a federal immigration enforcement system marked by brutality and lawlessness, said an ACLU Border Litigation Project staff attorney. All human beings deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their immigration status, and children in particular deserve special protection. The misconduct demonstrated in these records is breathtaking, as is the government's complete failure to hold officials who abuse their power accountable. The abuse that takes place by government officials is reprehensible and un-American. The report is based on over 30,000 pages of documents dated between 2009 and 2014. Ruh-roh, what is the missing word from Nicholas Kristof's op-ed? There is a missing word. You know what I think just happened? Hey, Nick, you know what? Look, I'm letting you off the hook. What happened was he forgot to spell the name because his legacy has been blown away like ashes on the hurricane winds of history, Barack Obama. What do you think? How do you think Barack Obama reacted when he looked at this and thought, once again, the press has left me off the hook? Here's his reaction. You bet Obama is laughing because Nicholas Kristof, he got the Nazis right. He got the slavers right. He got Donald Trump right. But there was one name from, did you hear the ACLU hammering these people like this? Let me just, I got to play this piece. This is so great. This is as almost always from our great friends at Newsbusters. Love that site. But Brooke Baldwin, and this is just to give praise to a CNN left-wing reporter. This is the second time she has come into our ken as somebody actually doing her job against her own opinions. Brooke Baldwin is interviewing, I assume no relation, Tammy Baldwin, and Senator Tammy Baldwin, she's from Wisconsin, and asks her whether she raised any objections during the Obama administration. You have got to listen to the senator's answer. I mean, listen carefully to the question from Brooke Baldwin. And she asked it twice, which is good for her. And listen to this answer. The answer is wonderful.
But here's a question for Democrats, because you hear the president now, a lot on a lot of topics, and this one included, looking back to previous administrations, they should have done more, right? And so as so many people in this country are certainly outraged by the cages and the thermal blankets and the facilities housing these kids, they were all there in 2014 under President Obama. And my question to you, Senator Baldwin, is did you speak up against them then?
You know, on this issue that we get into a moment where we're making progress, and then when it stalls, we turn around. I think we all need to continue to be focused on it and press it through. The American people need confidence that we can solve problems. Nobody believes that we have an immigration system that works. It is broken, it needs fixing, but we've just got to resolve to do that.
But were you worried about it then? Did you raise your voice under the Obama administration?
You know, in numbers of cases, usually I remember a constituent who was in detention at the border, arguably very inappropriately, and we raised our voice in that instance and many others, but we've got to do this now in unison.
I just can't get the word no out. It's just no, I didn't do it when it was Obama because I was protecting Obama like the rest of the press. No. Yeah. You know, I just want to add here, by the way, that it would not bother me one bit if they attacked Trump spokesman like this, if they had done this to Obama and continued to do it to Democrats today. If Brooke Baldwin always behaved like that, if CNN always behaved like that, it wouldn't bother me one bit. I want them to go after the powerful. It's just not right when they only go after one side, of the powerful. It's only the powerful who are doing conservative things that they go after. So if she were always asking questions like that, I would say, fine, do it.